Hello friends. In this video I continue the journey along Regent's Canal. Although the video is under 25 minutes long, it was recorded on 2 different days, January 10th and the following week, January 18th, 2026. I hope you enjoy it. This might be my last video on Regent's Canal. I think I've already shown almost the entire canal, both the western and the eastern sides. The problem I ran into is that I thought it was fully connected, but that hasn't been the case. There are sections you can't walk through, and areas that are closed both during the day and at night. I would say in the middle area. Today, for example, I went to the Maida Vale area, and there was an area with a tunnel where you can't walk through, only by boat. And another private area that I thought would be open during the day, you'll see it later. I think it's best to remove the music, although I've never had any copyright issues or anything like that. Besides, it's legitimate use. My videos aren't monetized and I haven't received any donations. I even removed the PayPal link from the description several weeks ago. I'm not doing this for money. Although I would have liked to earn something in the past, even just a monthly tip, but the platform makes it very difficult to earn money these days. For example, I think they require a minimum of 3,000 hours of viewing time within a year, and I have 150 after 6 months, so you can see the difficulty. As I'm recording this, I have 20,000 subscribers. I'm going to Dublin at the end of January, but I'll upload the video later, possibly at the end of February or March. I don't know yet. Later on. I think I'll travel to places outside of London but within the UK. Some trips are almost as expensive, but I get bored with flying, especially on long journeys. And I don't think it's necessary to travel far to see new and interesting places. As you can see, I'm back in Camden town again, but in this video I'm not showing exactly the same thing I showed a while back. As you can see, it's an area with many markets and food stalls.
going that far.
No, dipende da te, se la vuoi per terra a me frega niente.
We've reached 10 minutes of video. Remember that you can also follow me on other networks like TikTok or Rumble. Although on Rumble I can't post long videos. At least it doesn't allow me to from my mobile phone. So the only one I recommend besides YouTube is TikTok, where I sometimes upload different content, or shorter videos. If you noticed, I cut some parts of the route because there are areas I had already covered in another video. This is still from last week, January 10th. I'd heard this is one of the most expensive private houses in London. As you can see, it's amazing. I think it's called The Home. Built in 1818, The Home was designed by James Burton, the same developer behind much of Regent's Park and parts of Bloomsbury. There were some kids playing with fire and spray paint here. I tried to warn them that it's dangerous. Here I encountered a closed door and tried to find an alternative. Another closed door again, although I think they do open these during the day. Here I found another entrance, but unfortunately it was closed at night, and then I discovered it was also closed during the day. The other entrances in this area led to a tunnel that I couldn't pass through except by water in a boat, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. I could also go east, but as you remember, I was coming from there, and it didn't make sense to show the same thing again. What you're seeing now is from January 18th, the same day I'm editing this video. Today I didn't really travel much. As you can see, most of the video is from last week. I walked many more hours that day than I did today.
No.
Here you can see the tunnel I mentioned earlier.
Which, by the way, that was evident, right?
Yeah.
That was evident.
I made a short detour here, but then corrected myself because this led me back to the area I had come from. To be honest, I wasn't sure at first, but I checked it on Google Maps. As I said, the route was a bit confusing. There are sections where you can't walk and you have to leave the path and then rejoin it somewhere else. In short, I really enjoyed the Regent's Canal, but if you're planning to walk the whole thing, you might want to look up the route beforehand. Perhaps you noticed that this was one of the doors that was closed at night. Now I'm going to end the video with a very special gift.
And that gift is my horrible voice. I think I said from now on I wouldn't put my voice in the videos, but I think it's okay if you accept some at the end. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you in the future.